there, Mountaineers. We got another from East Asia Soft and Tunguk McDore, and you can currently grab this for $9.99. It's Redress of Mira. If you ever played Drizzle Past Deja Vu or Finding the Soul Orb, that's also from the same person. And actually, he has actually a ton of these games that they developed, and they all kind of really feel the same. They're all basically walking simulators. There's not a whole lot that you do. They're all super linear. Like you can't really go off the path. You know, you pretty much go in a straight line. So they're all easy achievements. They usually all take about an hour, a little over an hour to complete. And the achievements are usually pretty unmissable. There's usually items that you have to find. Like this one, there's pigeons that you'll see ahead, and you have to make them scatter. And when you do, that'll be the achievement. They're usually really hard to miss. All these games are basically the same. I hate to say that, but they are. They're all just basically walking simulators with a couple puzzles thrown out throughout that aren't challenging at all. Like you see here, all you're trying to do is get these in the correct order to open the door. You know, there's nothing really all that difficult about it. So if you're just looking for easy game to get achievements on in a quick amount of time, this is the one for you. You have little puzzles like this where you're trying to find the spot to light up that opens the door, and then you'll bust that open, and it'll, you'll be able to advance. Super easy. You'll be looking for little rabbits that glow. That's how you get power for your little dagger or its wand that you see there. You'll power it up, and then you'll be able to use that to open a door. Nothing difficult at all. Very easy to do. You'll see here another easy puzzle. You're just trying to form a tree. Uh, all these games you'll usually beat in an hour, and you can't get lost or anything like that because, like I said, they're all super linear. It's just one path. Sometimes it'll split off, but it'll go to the same exact place. And I guess trying to make it not look linear, but they're all basically the same game. There's a little bit of stories, but most of the time, like in this one, it's when you see the puzzles on the wall, that'll be part of the story. And, there's little books that you can find. You don't really have to find the books; they're not part of the achievement. There's different endings. I thought maybe the books have something to do with that, but it's just two choices that you can make at the end. So if you play it through and you want to get the achievement, you just continue and play that same part over, and you'll get them both endings. You'll have a little boss fight you got here, and it's super repetitive. You'll fight this same guy like 4 or 5 times. But that's just basically sums up the game. It's super repetitive. It's the same thing from start to finish. You'll have like 3 times that you fall asleep, and you'll be in a cave, and you're trying to be sneaky, and it's like kind of stealth, but it's super easy as well. You're trying to not find this little goblin, and it'll have a jump scare every time. It doesn't. Like I said, it's super repetitive. Nothing really special here. It's not a bad game. Uh, they're enjoyable somewhat. There's some pretty stuff to look at like you see here, like some cool backgrounds and stuff like that. But don't let this fool you. You're not like on some amazing journey. You're pretty much walking a straight line. You have no control of this right here. These are pretty much like cutscenes where you're riding a deer or you're riding a raft. It's pretty much just your typical walking simulator. From start to finish. No real ways to go off path or anything like that. No real enemies. You'll get a cool little dog, but he's not with you very long. So don't get used to him. What else is there to say? It's not a bad game. It's a decent game. It's one of those games that's worth the $10. You're going to get all the achievements. You're going to play it one time, and you're not going to touch it again. But you will. I would say you'll enjoy, getting achievements, and you'll enjoy the adventure on the first playthrough. What stands out the most on this one, which stands out on most of this person's games, the soundtrack. The music's usually far better than what the actual game is. I always enjoy the music a lot. It's always like top notch and it fits the story really well, and it makes like the adventure seem a lot better than it is, and like a lot of the action will seem a lot better than it is just because of how good the music score is. It really amps it up, and whoever they're getting to do the music for these games, it really does help to the gameplay. Like I said, what you're getting is pretty simple. A walking simulator with a couple puzzles, a couple repetitive boss fights, mediocre story, easy achievements. It's just your typical. It's just your typical East Asia soft. I like their platformers and stuff better. These right here, they're fun, but they're one and dones. They're nice to look at for a while. The music's enjoyable. It'll. It's one of those games you're going to get an hour of, and that's it really. So that's up to you if you like spending that type of money for achievements and for just one single adventure. To me, I don't mind so much. So I'm going to give it a right in the middle of the road score. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's good, but it's not great. It's, like I said, easy achievements, an evening's worth of fun, and you're going to be done with it. So that's up to you to decide if you want to spend $10 on that or if you don't. So let me know what you think if you pick it up and if you enjoy it. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and until next time, see you in those leaderboards.